You will be shocked by this video. The Ripple vs. SEC trial's final finish date has been disclosed online. Furthermore, this goes beyond rumors and conjecture. The CEO of Ripple has confirmed the facts. Naturally, the price of XRP Ripple may reach previously unheard of levels after the experiment is over. According to some experts, it might potentially hit $2,953 or more. Quite awesome, isn't it? Watch this video through to the end. Immediately, let's get started. Disclaimer: following years of tense court proceedings and public conjecture, the legal dispute between Rumble and the SEC, the long-awaited resolution of the XRP case appears to be drawing near, and legal experts and cryptocurrency fans are all eagerly awaiting what might be the last step in a case that has shaped the discussion surrounding digital asset regulation in the U.S. The SEC and Ripple have agreed to resolve the XRP matter, and the appeal has been put on hold pending commission approval, according to recent tweets that have sparked a new wave of excitement in the cryptocurrency community. However, Panda Ripple said rather clearly that the case against the SEC was dropped. CryptoGeek, in the meantime, pointed out the important date by tweeting that the SEC settlement against Ripple is still awaiting commission approval. On April 16th, the brief will be filed. Right now, the deadline of April 16th is at the center of everything. Fred Rispoli, a legal expert, provided some context for expectations. In response to inquiries on social media, he affirmed that, barring an unforeseen circumstance, Ripple must submit its appellate brief on April 16th. Furthermore, there is a 90% probability that Ripple won't need to submit any paperwork at all, according to Rispoli. He thinks that before that time passes, there will probably be a formal settlement or a notice of the SEC's appeal being withdrawn. Additionally, he clarified that Ripple cannot ask for an extension for this file, thus this is a critical time. However, the SEC hasn't made any official filings, even though Ripple executives have publicly said that the issue is settled. Rispoli also provided clarification, stating that no formal filing has been made to verify the withdrawal, even though the SEC may have provided non-public written assurances. Furthermore, the case is still technically pending in the court system in the absence of that submission. The SEC has a history of quiet like this. It's consistent with their procedure. They frequently hold off on making public statements until everything is finalized. This indicates that even though Ripple has been speaking positively, the legal procedure is still ongoing. Some speculate that the delay might have been caused for political motives. One user hypothesized that the commission might be holding off on making public until Paul Atkins was confirmed, arguing that the announcement's timing could be a calculated PR move. Rispoli didn't specifically address that argument, but it captures a general community feeling that there might be more going on here than just the law. For the XRP Ripple coin, all of this is extremely important. Judge Annalisa Torres's earlier decision that XRP is not a security when sold on public exchanges would be upheld if the appeal is formally withdrawn or the issue is resolved without additional litigation. That might establish a significant precedent for the treatment of cryptocurrency assets under U.S. law and provide Ripple with the clarity and legal clout it needs to proceed in the U.S. market. Additionally, it would be a win for the cryptocurrency sector, which has long attacked the SEC for its vagueness and regulatory overreach. A settlement might have a huge effect on the market. A final dismissal or settlement may boost XRP's valuation, regain institutional trust in the token, and possibly result in new US-based listings. More significantly, it would offer the clarification that investors and projects have been seeking since the start of this litigation. All eyes are now on April 16th, even though nothing has been legally filed yet. Something is going to happen, whether it's through a settlement, withdrawal, or unforeseen turn. After much waiting, the end may finally be near for the XRP community. Quite awesome, isn't it? However, that is only the beginning. Something much larger is simmering beneath the surface as the legal dust is finally beginning to settle. Not only is XRP weathering this storm, but it is also gaining significant traction. Behind the scenes, preparations are being made for what many consider to be one of the most significant cryptocurrency comebacks in history. Simply observe the enthusiasm that is reverberating throughout the XRP community. Amonix's straightforward query, "Are you mentally prepared?" wonderfully encapsulated the occasion. What's in store for XRP might be historic, therefore that's a serious question. Not holding anything either, Jack the Rippler said that XRP appears to be positive. Chart discussion isn't all that. It reflects the general increase in optimism. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. Vandal of Black Swan Capitalist confidently asserted that XRP would hit double digits this year. It's unbelievable that people are selling these days. That could be considered wishful thinking by some. But when you take into account the timing, the enormous user base that Ripple has built, and the growing institutional interest, it's not that unrealistic. Indeed, Lord XRP boldly outlined the short-term objective. XRP surged above $4. Then there is the XRP Chancellor, who made one of the boldest projections to date, raising eyebrows. XRP will be valued at $2,953 and backed by gold. The price range of $10,000 to $35,000 for XRP is now conceivable. The change in finances is taking place. One thing is certain, regardless of your belief in that extremely bullish scenario, the XRP movement is not simply hype, there is genuine commitment behind it. Austin Hilton, a cryptocurrency trader and YouTuber, recently offered helpful guidance for those looking to ride this wave all the way to millionaire status. Hilton asserts that understanding your investment is the first step. What is your order? How much did you spend on it? What? He asks. Because you won't know when or how to scale if you don't understand your cost foundation. Hilton's message is straightforward but impactful. Build your position strategically and gradually. Purchase XRP on a regular basis over time by averaging your dollar costs. Highs and lows are not what you're after. By putting yourself in a position for the kind of exponential growth that cryptocurrency is known for, you're playing the long game. Nor is he merely discussing theory. Hilton said that in the final quarter of 2024 alone, XRP increased by more than 500%. That bounce isn't little. It serves as a reminder of how swiftly things can change in this area. He claims that the true secret sauce is patience. It's not necessary to wager the house. It's not necessary to pace the market precisely. To make the math work, you'll need time and enough XRP in your bag. Having 10,000 tokens might become $1 million if XRP reaches $100. You would just need 5,000 tokens at $200. In any case, strategy and consistency are more important than luck when it comes to becoming an XRP billionaire. How much do you own and how long do you hold it for? According to Hilton, your chances of becoming a cryptocurrency millionaire are based on it. Additionally, the window of opportunity may be closing as sentiment rises and the legal cloud begins to evaporate. It's become more difficult to deny the momentum that is developing behind XRP, regardless of whether it reaches $4, $10, or anything much more extreme. Naturally, you cannot overlook the XRP Ripple collaborations that are taking on in the background right in front of everyone's eyes. These collaborations are the most bullish indication we've seen in years, therefore most people ignore this, which is a tremendous mistake. We're discussing significant organizations, practical applications, and an ongoing financial revolution. I promise you will be astounded to learn who is supporting Ripple behind the scenes. Thus, XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency anymore. It has the ability to change how people around the world perceive finance and is growing into a worldwide movement. Additionally, if you're still unsure about Ripple's future, it's time to learn more about what goes on behind the scenes. Consider a time in the future when conventional financial systems are no longer relevant. In a tweet, Armando Pantoja boldly depicts that world. It is 2045. There are no banks, Visa or MasterCards, only XRP everywhere. XRP will be the norm everywhere, from shops to street corners. Although it may seem far-fetched, this scenario is not unheard of, given the speed at which blockchain technology is developing and the growing popularity of virtual currency.